Kenyan court don declare Nnamdi Kanu abduction and rendition to Nigeria illegal. Award 120 million naira in damages. Welcome country people to Senate Media. Abeg, if you never subscribe to our channel, make you do so now. Make you put on your notification bell. It go ring once we drop updates. Make you like, comment, and share our videos. One high court for Nairobi, Kenya, don rule say the abduction and detention of Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu for Kenya and his subsequent rendition to Nigeria for June 2021 dey unlawful and illegal. The judge, Justice E.C. Witter, as in the delivered judgment, he can hold the actions of both the Kenya and Nigerian governments. He say he amounts to gross violations of Kanu fundamental human rights as protected by their respective constitutions. The court can also award Kanu 10 million Kenyan shillings as damages against the Kenyan government for his role in the unlawful abduction and rendition. Justice E.C. Witter, he can't talk. He say, as he don consider the pleadings and arguments by parties, the decisions when he rely on are the constitution and the law, and so he don come to the following conclusions. First, the government of Kenya violate the constitution and Mr. Nnamdi Kanu right and fundamental freedoms. So because he entered Kenya lawfully and they can subject him to the protection offered by the Constitution of Kenya 2010, and the government of Kenya get obligation to uphold and to protect his rights and fundamental freedoms. The judge can continue. He said, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, however, they abduct him. They can't keep him for solitude confinement, can't torture, and deny him food and medication. Now, breach of his basic rights. They chain him, humiliate him, ridicule him. They can hold him in contempt and later can forcibly remove him from Kenya without following the law, in violation of his rights and fundamental freedoms for which the government of Kenya dey liable. The judge can say, based on the above conclusions, the court they make the following declarations and order he consider appropriate. A declaration say he issue am say the abduction of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu. He say they can hold am in incommunicado confinement, torture am and deny am food, water, medication and other basic necessities. Say na violation of in right and fundamental freedoms. You can say a declaration say is hereby issued that the abduction and subsequent forcible removal of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria is a violation of the laws of Kenya in rights and fundamental freedoms, including freedom of movement and security of the person guaranteed by the Constitution of Kenya 2010, and therefore it is unconstitutional and illegal. It can't give an order for compensation when they issue to award Mr. Kanu general damages of 10 million Kenyan shillings against the Attorney General of Kenya on behalf of the government of Kenya for the violation of Mr. Nnamdi Kanu constitutional rights and fundamental freedoms. Meanwhile, the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB, don hail the judgment, saying a landmark victory. I can't say he vindicate the group long-stand position. Say wetin they describe as sham and fakiko trial of a leader for Nigeria. For his statement, when the IPOB spokesperson, a more powerful sign, he talks say the Indigenous People of Biafra, they wish to formally announce a resounding judicial earthquake when he does shake the legal foundations of the fraudulent rendition of their leader, Maxi Nnamdi Kanu, say in a historic, courageous, and landmark judgment delivered on June 24, 2025, the High Court of Kenya, when they sit for Nairobi, it don't find out, say the abduction, incommunicado detention, torture, and illegal transfer of Maxi Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria for June 2021, it is unlawful, unconstitutional, and a gross violation of a fundamental human rights under Kenya and international law. The judgment vindicates their consistent position, say wetin transpire for Nairobi in June 2021, not be extradition, but extraordinary rendition, a criminal act of state-sponsored international terrorism when it involved the highest authorities of the Nigerian and Kenyan government. Can say then they grateful beyond measure to the brilliant legal leadership of Professor P.L.O. Lumumba, lead counsel for the Kenyan litigation, whose courage, clarity, and tenacity it don't lead to this monumental legal victory. IPOB can also extend heartfelt appreciation to the Kenyan judiciary, especially Honorable Justice E.C. Mwita, who stands tall against ferocious political interference and international diplomatic pressure to deliver a fearless judgment grounded in law, morality, and constitutional justice. He say, we know, and now the world must acknowledge, that Maxi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime for Kenya. He entered Kenya lawfully as a British citizen. They abducted him for broad daylight at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport by agents of Nigerian Secret Police in collusion with rogue elements of the Kenyan security apparatus. They can chain him, torture, deny him medication, and eventually bundle him onto a private jet, and they can fly him illegally to Abuja without any extradition hearing or judicial warrant. He said this verdict can place a permanent and indelible legal stain on the records of former Presidents Uhuru Kenyatta of Kenya, Muhammadu Buhari of Nigeria, and former Attorney General Abubakar Malami and their accomplices. He can also express the criminal lobbying missions when Nigeria embarked upon from Buhari, Osinbajo to Tinubu and Shetima. All of them try and fail to manipulate Kenyan judiciary to cover up this internationally condemned act of extraordinary rendition. He said, make them make them known. Say this will not be the end. This is the beginning of a global accountability campaign. So all those responsible for Kenya, Nigeria, or elsewhere, say they'll go pursue them to the end of the earth under the universal principle of accountability for crime against humanity. Say neither British diplomatic complicity nor cowardly silence from Western powers go hide the perpetrators from the legal, diplomatic, and moral reckoning when it come. He can say to Justice E.C. Mwita, we say thank you for your judicial bravery. To Professor P.L.O. Lumumba and his team, we salute your exceptional advocacy. To the oppressed peoples of the world, this now victory. A warning to tyrants, say international borders no go hide criminal regimes from justice. The statement gone hard. This be like the victory song of the indigenous people of Biafra over the wrongful detention and extradition of their leader Maxi Nnamdi Kanu to Nigeria. That of Kenya now, respite.com for Maxi Kanu. Now, Nigeria now, the whole world is wait whether the judges go stand up to judgment and deliver justice as it should be. Una see this matter.